morning students, Anita ma'am here. Today I am going to teach you chapter number that is 14, triangles and its properties. Triangles and its properties. This is chapter number 14. Today my topic is Pythagoras property of triangles. Pythagoras property of triangles. This is my topic today for you. So, Pythagoras property, for that, first of all, this property is applicable in case of a right angle triangle. Okay. First of all, for right angle triangle, yes, if one of the angle of a triangle is 90 degree, here this is one of the angle of a triangle is 90 degree, then the triangle is called right angle triangle. So this triangle is called right angled triangle. Which triangle? Right angle triangle. If one of the angle of a triangle is 90 degree, then the triangle will be called a right angled triangle. This is right angled triangle. Okay. So here the longest side opposite to the here right angle will be called the hypotenuse. Will be called hypotenuse. Okay. The longest side opposite to the right angle is called, this is the right angle, so this is the longest side, this is called hypotenuse. You can name this triangle ABC. So it is right angled at A. So the longest side opposite to the right angle, this is the longest side, this is called the hypotenuse. This is called hypotenuse. And this here called legs. Legs, and this is also leg, and this leg is called perpendicular. This is called perpendicular. And this leg is called base. This leg is called base. So, for Pythagoras property, we say that the sum of the squares of the legs of a right angle triangle means sum of the squares of base and perpendicular. Base and perpendicular is equal to the square of its hypotenuse. The sum of the squares of perpendicular and here base is equal to the square of its hypotenuse. So this is called the Pythagoras property. This property is called Pythagoras property. This property, Pythagoras property, is applicable for right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So we can say कि sum of squares of the legs means base and perpendicular of a right angle triangle is always equal to the square of its hypotenuse. So this is called the Pythagoras property. So here mathematically we can write it as here hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square plus perpendicular square. This is called perpendicular. Perpendicular square. And the longest side opposite to the right angle. The opposite side here, the longest side opposite to the right angle is called the hypotenuse. This is the perpendicular, and the longest side opposite to right angle, this is called the hypotenuse. Then number 2 is the other two sides are known as the legs or base and perpendicular. The other two sides or legs are called this is called base and this is called perpendicular, are called base and perpendicular If suppose hypotenuse is C and base is A and perpendicular is B, so by Pythagoras property, how can we write it? Is C square will be is equal to A square plus B square. This Pythagoras property is very useful in mathematics and in real life also, in practical life also. This is C square is equal to A square plus B square. So we can say the sum of the squares of the legs of a right angle triangle is equal to the square of its hypotenuse. So this is called the Pythagoras property. Okay, this is called the Pythagoras property. The converse for this property is that if a triangle holds the Pythagoras property, then it must be a right angle triangle. If a triangle holds this Pythagoras property, then the triangle will be called a right angle triangle. This is the converse of Pythagoras property. Okay, there are some questions based on here Pythagoras property. Let me do one. You find the missing side in each of the given triangles. Question number 2. I am doing question number 2 for A part. If hypotenuse is here how much? It is 20 and it is 12. Base is 12 given to you. It is 12 centimeters. And you are asked to find this side. So this is a right angle triangle. Yes. So by Pythagoras property, the sum of the squares of the legs of a right angle triangle is always equal to the squares of its hypotenuse. So this is hypotenuse, this is hypotenuse, and this is base, and this is perpendicular. This is perpendicular. Here you are asked to find the missing length. Missing length, okay? So we will write first of all by Pythagoras property the sum of squares of the legs of a right angle triangle is equal to the square of its hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. So find the missing side. You will start from here by Pythagoras property. By Pythagoras property, the sum of the squares of the right angle triangle is equal to the square of its hypotenuse, and this is called the Pythagoras property. So we can write by Pythagoras property, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Let ABC be a, you can name, a right angle triangle here base is equal to 12 centimeter, hypotenuse it is 20 centimeter, and perpendicular is missing here. Perpendicular, let it be x. Let it be x. Perpendicular is missing, let it be x. So by applying Pythagoras property, hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of base and perpendicular. Okay. Then 20 square, please multiply 20 square, it is 400. I think your measurements are not given. Yes, it is in unit of length, it is in meter. The measurements are in meters, okay? The measurements are in meters. Then the measurements are given in meters, okay? So you will write accordingly. 20 square it is 400, 12 square it is 144 plus x square. Then subtract by transposing, x square will be is equal to how much? It is 1 400 minus 144. How much? It is 256. X square is equal to 256. Now, X will be, yes, X will be is equal to square root. Here, square root. X will be is equal to square root of 256. Okay. So, this 256, you can find prime factorization. 2 1 ja 2, 2 2 ja 4, 2 8 ja 16. 2 6 ja 12, 2 4 ja 8. 2 3 ja 6, 2 2 ja 4. 2 1 ja 2, 2 6 ja 12. 2 8 ja 16. 2 4 ja 8. 2 2 ja 4. 2 2 ja 4 and 2 1 ja 2. Okay. Now, it can be written as, because you haven't learnt about square root, so this is for this, be careful how to do this. 2 is written how many times here? This prime factorization form. 2 is multiplied 8 times. 8 times. Okay. Now, when x square is this side, then to find the value of x, this square becomes square root on the other side. Okay. So this symbol is for square root. Now here we will make pairs. Pair of 2 2's. When pair of 2 2 will be here, then pair of 2 2 will be there. We will take one time. First pair of 2 is here. 2 2 we will take it one time. For one pair I will take only 1 2. Then for another pair of 2 I will take 2 only. For other third pair I will take 2 one time. For other pair, fourth pair of 2 I will take 2. So x will be is equal to how much? 2 2 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, 8 2 ja 16. 8 2 ja 16. In this way, you will be able to get the square root. If the numbers are in pair, in square root, you will take out only one outside the square root. Okay? It will be taken out one time. Make pairs and only one time the number will be out from the square root. In this way, you will solve questions of exercise 14.2. Okay, 14.2. So this is in meters. It is in meters. So x will be how much? 16 meter. In this way, you will be able to do this question based on Pythagoras property of right angle triangle. Please note down. In third question, do the following lengths form a right angle triangle? If the hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of the squares of base and perpendicular, then it will be clear that the given lengths are of a right angle triangle. For a right angle triangle. For that, there is Pythagorean triplet. If you are given three natural numbers which form the lengths of a right angle triangle or hold Pythagoras property are called Pythagorean triplet. Suppose 6, 7 and 9. 6, 7 and 9. I think you have done this. 6, 7 and 9. Suppose the triangle is of the form 9, 6 and 7. I can take a book. Triangle is 7, 9, 6. The triangle is of, and measurements are given to you. This, and you are asked, are these lengths form a right angle triangle? The lengths are in centimeters. The lengths are in centimeter. Okay. The lengths are in centimeter. So the longest side here it is 9, and other can be one base and one perpendicular. Okay. So the longest side will be called here. This will be called, longest side will be called hypotenuse. So we will consider this 9 centimeter as hypotenuse, and we will find E is 9 square is equal to 7 square plus 6 square. The longest side will be taken as hypotenuse. Then we will make the sum of the squares of other two legs. Other two legs. So the longest side here will be considered as hypotenuse. So 9 square it is 81. 7 7 ja 49 plus 6 6 ja 36. Now add this 9. It is 85. So 81 is not equal to 85. Okay. Here the hypotenuse square is not equal to the sum of the square of other two legs. So here the Pythagorean here these sides will not be of a right angle triangle. Will not be it should not be equal to not equal. Okay. Or you can write it separately. Here hypotenuse is equal to 9 centimeter. So hypotenuse square is equal to, you can write it separately, 81, and other sides, other legs square, and 6 square plus 7 square is equal to 36 plus 49. Okay. Or it is how much? 85. So we can say here h square is not, here 9 square, hypotenuse square is not equal to so here 81 is not equal to 85. Therefore, we can say the given lengths do not form a right angle triangle. The given lengths do not form a right angle triangle. A right angle triangle. Okay. You can write hypotenuse separately and then some of the squares of the legs. Okay. You will complete question number 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Okay. Complete question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 to 6. Exercise 14.2. Okay, you will revise whatever is taught very carefully. Okay. Thank you. Stay alert, stay healthy. Take care. God bless you. Thank you.